give a warm welcome to our next performer, who is Daniel Johnson.
Good evening, everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. So I just want to say thank you for that welcome. It was so warm, very encouraging. It was flames. This is actually my first post-lockdown performance, so it's actually amazing. 1, 2, okay, perfect. So I guess we're all here for the reason of love, and I have a few pieces to share with you. They're all about love, but just different aspects. So I hope you enjoy it. The first one came to me when I was at uni. I was walking on campus, and I walked past a random guy, and I stereotyped him, and I was just like, no, bro, that's not cool. So I thought, you know what, let me just put my thoughts to paper. I corrected myself, or at least I think I did. And this is called Look into the Eyes of a Man. Hope you enjoy it. Look into the eyes of a man, and you'll be able to hear his thoughts and sync with his heartbeat. Look into the eyes of a man, and you'll be able to sync his thoughts with your heartbeat. Look into the eyes of a man, and you'll be able to understand that we live to break free from hypermasculinity. Look into the eyes of a man, and you'll see why he's staring. You'll see his scars that he's screaming and begging to share with you, though his mouth is tied shut. Look into the eyes of a man, and you'll see he's done toured in many wars and gracefully made it out. Look into the eyes of a man, and you'll see what he sees. A seed that indoctrinates hate, that covers the face of the world, so he learns to bear it because everyone's looking to point the fingers at him. No one taught him he doesn't have to bear it. But because he's that accountable, everyone's banking on him to be whatever they want him to be. Such an expensive weight on the shoulders. Why do you think he's in the gym so often? Don't you know, if you looked into his eyes, you'll see the debt he didn't even cause, but because we call it being a gentleman, he has to do what everyone tells him. I call it exploiting. If you look into his eyes, you'll see why he hides. Look into the eyes of a man who is unlocked when he no longer has to use the security protection of a case. Look into the eyes of a man and you'll see if the zipper on his cloaking device is stuck. Look into the eyes of a man engineered to be sharp and brief. Not emotional, no extra characteristics of true expression, even though his software is pleading otherwise. Look into that man's eyes and you'll want to celebrate with them. Look into a man's eyes and you'll see beauty. Look into the eyes of a man and you'll see the love that hasn't yet been distributed because he doesn't know how to. But if you still look into his eyes, you'll see he still wants to fight, even if he's tired. So before you convict one, look into his eyes and listen to what his heart is saying. Because his tears won't tell you anything. They were genetically modified by our voices to not cry. So look into his eyes and nod when you understand. Thank you. Thank you so much. Jeez, I don't even know what to say. Thank you. So I wrote that when I was in uni, like 2018. It's been so long, and around that time as well, I wrote so much when I was at uni. So the next piece again comes from the time where I was on campus. I had a friend, and she's cool people, but sometimes her words might be a bit too harmful. Like, she don't know when she's crossing boundaries. Do you ever see it? Do you get what I mean? So sometimes it's just like, you're saying this, I know you're my G, but like, Do you know what? I won't take offense officially. Let me just write it down. So she said a few things to me and I was just like, bro, listen. So the next piece is called My Hands. My hands. You see, God made them like this and said, it is good. To the eyes of man, they may look average or small, but little do they know the great amount of works they've done this past decade. My hands don't really have much experience fighting, unless it's with the words that sharpen my spirit. My hands chubby, but they grip the sword better. My hands will not only make impacts to faces, but to hearts. They were taught to war with peace written pieces. My hands were taught to bring forth work that carries the value of truth, invaluable. My hands were not taught to be violent to those of my kind, but those that aren't. My hands were taught to not try and hold on to what seems valuable to me, but to let it flow as it goes, so I have enough space in my hands to receive larger sums as they come. My hands, not too rough, but not the softest, they've announced the work I've done. My hands, they were taught to be gentle, delicate. These hands were taught to till the ground, work hard, but handle flowers. My hands were made to serve you. My hands were made and designed with glory and intention. My hands were made to structure and place things in the order they should be in my hands. You see, some people don't have hands. My hands, God made them and said, it is good. And I said, no, God, they're perfect. Thank you. Thank you. So that piece, I guess, is self-love. The first one was obviously to encourage loving other people. The second one was to encourage self-love. Sometimes people might say things about us, and obviously they don't intend for it to be hurtful. Like my friend was saying, oh, you got small hands. She just had big hands. And she's the type of person that will say, oh, I'm taller than you, but she's like literally this tall. So I just understood that, yeah, don't take it too deeply, but just understand that whatever you go through in life, love yourself. Whether it's inside, outside, love yourself. The next piece is about something I love now. And this has been one of the most recent pieces, well, out of the ones I'm sharing, it's the most recent piece. I wrote it in about October last year. And it's about something I love. It's a freestyle. It's about music. So I just love music so much. And I'm really buzzing to be here. So thank you once again, guys, for coming out. If you guys catch the rhythm, feel free to clap along. Feel free to click along. But yeah, it goes. They asked, did you always know it was gonna be this great? I responded, it's faith and fate. I didn't do it by myself, I had help. God's grace, amazing. Now we can digest this and finish play. Like we just said, grace, tough journey, had some hiccups, tried to rush. But God said, wait, don't try to rush to compete, your legacy might break, then you can't finish the race. G, know your lane. I know who's fake, still love him though. You just might have to separate real art from the heart gold, not golden plate. Offloaded my all into this, so much realness, you can tell by the weight. Hold it up to the light and see if it stands the test of time. Hakuna Matata, I'll wait. The A&Rs might not get this one, I might not chart, but I'm already first place, I'm a great. Is it too soon to say early days? Whoops, it's crazy, I said it anyways. So much confidence, of course I would have developed that. I like, year 8, in year 8, I used to see myself on the stage. Didn't know it were a line, but here I am, I now know. Prophecies aren't fake, my eyes see beyond time and line constraints. I'm wide awake, taking time to heal over certain pain. Doctor Strange, Dr. Range, where's he from? Outer space. Where's he heading to? Wait, same place, not from Hollywood. Was born in London City, but I still got stars next to my name. Will say it's only the start, but that will take credit from my craft car. It's almost been about a decade, but you know what they say about marathons to continue and run a great race. You just have to set pace. You just have to set pace. Thank you. Thank you. So I hope that's warmed you up. I hope that's kept us warm, hot flames. This is the next piece and my last piece, my Valentine's piece. And this is for my Valentine. I think it's only right, she asked me to not do this, but I think it's only right if I ask her to just grab a chair. Just grab a closer chair, maybe someone there, please. Thank you. So I wrote this when I was at uni, but the story of my Valentine is, one of them happily ever after stories. She was actually my best friend for years. And then, things happened and we're here, innit? But when I was at uni, I wrote this piece, and I wrote it knowing it could be someone around me, it could not be, but the title was called Letter to My Future Wife. And it goes, I have to put on an R&B voice. Like Jodeci, innit? I hear a lot of people do this, so I thought I might as well. I don't know you. Well, at least I don't think I do. I don't know how tall you are. I don't know what your interests are, other than me, obviously. I wonder what you look like. I wonder if you're wearing the faces of familiar women I see around me every now and again. I wonder how we're gonna meet if we haven't. I wonder if I'm gonna make you laugh as much as I make myself laugh. I've been wondering how I'm gonna propose. I still don't know. What I do know is you're in for a treat. One you can't get from your local corner shop. One you can't get anywhere else. I want you to know that I've got flaws and I make rookie mistakes. So I pray your profession is to know me inside and out, to truly understand me when I'm just babbling and stuttering and the word my brain gives me doesn't match what my heart intends to say. I pray you know my true intentions. I used to think love is harsh. I still do. Still scared. I used to have the mentality that nothing ever lasts because of the ones from the past. It's only just recently I've looked back and reflected on the perception I have of love and relationships. I used to think nothing ever lasts because the ones before you didn't. Sometimes I thought to just live life solo. I don't know what I think of it now, and that's just the truth. Maybe I was broken. Slightly still am. But I've decided to fix my mind on enjoying the ride no matter the destination because I love too hard. I guess you could say I love love. So I hope mine's enough for you. Speaking of love, I love love. And his love is unconditional. So I pray I don't have to introduce you guys, but he can introduce us too. See, I don't know what you're going through, but God's got you. He's got your heart in his hand to protect it from the wild wolves, so trust him. He's helped me through my own wars and I'm not planning on giving up on him, so please don't. Darling, I'm begging. Darling, I'm begging for your forgiveness. Because he's teaching me to be the man, the one ready to take your hand. So it may seem like I'm a distance away, but each day that fades is one less you will have to wait. By the way, I'm whacked with hints, so if you're digging me, promise me you'll at least wave. I haven't really been great with this guessing game. But hey, this is me just reminding you about black man timing if I arrive late. Just know, it's fashionably late. Thank you. Thank you so much. You've all been an awesome audience. Thank you.